So I'm definitely here today at Belmont Park, and I'm excited to be here. It's a brand new park for me. I've never been here before. It's actually located just a mile away from SeaWorld San Diego, which is how I heard of it. And they have one coaster here that looks really fun to go on. There's no line for it currently, so that's kind of cool. It's actually an original attraction here at the park since it opened in 1925 or 1924, one of those years. But yeah, it's crazy old. But yeah, let's go check out Belmont Park. So you actually get to walk underneath the coaster here. Ooh, it looks like they have a giant redwood tree cut out here. Giant sequoia. And you can see over here, you know, how old it was during certain points in history. So over here, you have the Great Fire of Rome. Han Dynasty ends, Mayan Empire begins decline, Chinese invent gunpowder, First Crusades, and then at the very end there you have the American Civil War, and then in 1952 this tree was cut down, and it is absolutely big. So it looks like here's where you buy tickets. There's like 4 people in line, so super short. So here's their ticket menu. I don't know if you can see, I'll try and insert a picture here. But you can buy a ride and play pass for all the rides and attractions in the park for $56. Or you could do pay to play. So the Giant Dipper roller coaster is $7 per ride. And then there's going down, decreasing in price from there. And then they also have a zip line, which is only $15, sky ropes $12, laser tag $8, and they have some other things as well. So they actually load your tickets onto this little card, I guess if you buy them individually. And a day pass, maybe it's a membership card where, you know, it says all tickets or all day. And here is the entrance for the Giant Dipper. It requires an R wristband or 7 tickets. So I guess you get a wristband if you buy an all-day pass here. So yeah, let's check it out. So it looks like it actually has an ACE roller coaster landmark certification. That's kind of cool. So it's a very old ride. As you enter, there's these wooden boards that make it really cool. Makes it feel like a really old coaster with these wooden boards on the floor. So we got the front row here. Super excited about that.
I thought we were waiting on other people. I didn't really. Oh my god!
Oh, that was fun.
Rather ride if I can.
Okay, that was a fun one. Definitely a little bit too shaky where I couldn't get a good camera view of the ride itself on board, but it is a fun ride. A little expensive if you didn't do the day pass. $7. It's good to do once if you're paying individually, but maybe just do the day pass and you can do it multiple times. So it looks like they have an arcade here with a laser tag maze in it. That's kind of cool. Oh, I don't know if you can read the sign, but they have an escape room here called Escapeology. Little Dipper Fun Foods. There's a few more people in the ticket stand over there. And here is the Giant Dipper in all its glory. That was a fun ride. They have a carousel over here and costs 4 tickets. So I'm not sure how much that equals in terms of, you know, dollars, but I think the Big Dipper was 7 tickets, so 4 tickets, this might be $4. So right behind their arcade, it looks like they actually have the zip line. It kind of looks closed at the moment. There's no employees on it, but it looks like it takes you from here to here. So kind of a short distance, but could be fun for a little kid. So right next to the zip line, you actually have this giant swimming pool over here. I'm not sure if anybody can go in it, but it is absolutely huge. Let me try and get you another view. So it does look like this pool building is some sort of gym, because on the second floor you can see some medicine balls over here, and there's some other equipment I've seen in other places as well. They have a rather tall rock wall. That's kind of cool. My guess is if you wanted just to do the rock wall, it looks like it'd be $8 to do it. Looks like they have a laser maze here. We won't be doing that today, but looks like they have 2 different versions of it. Game 1 and Game 2. Here's another view of the stairs you climb up for the zip line. And you can see how far it goes. There are actually employees over here. So I guess if you did have tickets, you could do it. And in case you're wondering how far it is to the beach from here, the beach is literally right here. I mean, it's next door. So yeah, here is the beach, and here is Belmont Park over here. So it looks like you can rent bikes over here in one of the buildings, and they have bikes with child seats. And they have these like lowrider bikes with a huge basket at the back. So we're collecting another trash can, and this is what Belmont Parks looks like. We're walking around to where we first entered into the park, and you can see that there's actually scooters over here. There's like Lime scooters that you can rent by the minute or hour. I'm not sure. So they do have a lot of stores here geared towards the beach, which makes sense. The beach is right next door. So you can pick up sandals, you can pick up beach boards. They have a lot of surf stuff and beach stuff. So if you forgot your stuff at home, you can hop over here to one of their mini shops and buy some stuff. So it definitely seems more like a shopping mall here with a few rides thrown into the mix. You can hear the coaster behind me, but it's kind of a little fun outing. If you're at the beach, stop by for a few extra rides. You have some very, very, very tiny cars over here. Very tiny. It doesn't look like you actually get to drive them. It looks like they're connected to the center bit and they just spin around. So here's another one of the rides they have. It's a little plunge thing. It lifts you up in the air and then it drops you back down. Here's their Beach Blaster. And for 6 tickets, you can get on this one. And so the floor will descend and it'll spin back and forth while spinning at the same time. So we're checking out Crazy Cars next. Looks like they have some sort of like bumper car like thing here. Looks rather small. But these are definitely bumper cars because they have this huge tube around them, so that's kind of cool. So here's another view of the speedway. You can actually see one of the arms that connects the cars to the center bit that I was talking about earlier. So this is the next thing we're doing today, the Sky Ropes Island Adventure Course. Oh, they actually have Dole Whip over here. Dole Whip float, pineapple cup. It's actually decently priced too. And I love how this van is decorated that sells the Dole Whip. This is actually pretty well done. And then right next door, you can actually pan for some sort of rocks or minerals. They have this thing that drops water down, and then they have these pans. And what you do, you put your dirt inside of these pans, and you sift through it with the water. And then what's left is what you get to keep. It looks like over here you can buy a large bag for $7, a massive bag for $10, and a mother load bag for $20. Oh, we're collecting another trash can. Over here it says Belmont Park again, and it's a different color. Right behind the Dole Whip cart is actually what looks like a miniature golf course. And it looks pretty well themed, very well decorated. This would actually be worth it. I've seen a lot worse golf parks, so this one looks cool. Let's go check out this ropes course now. It should be fun. So I just did this ropes course. It's definitely fun. There's one or two on there that's kind of freaky. There's even this like swing where you literally, right here I think, where you just let go and you just go from one point to another. That one was kind of fun. And then there's another that this person's on right here. The log spins, and the first two times I tried to do it and the log spun too much. I'm like, nope, I'm not doing this anymore. But I finally did it a third time. I was holding onto those ropes for like what felt like dear life, the ones that she's holding onto right now. But this is a fun ropes course. I don't know if it's worth $12. I think it was 12 at least. But it's definitely worth to do once if you're here. So we're off to go check out some of the other rides that they have here. This is their Xanadu 7D theater. And you could sort of see the seats in there. I guess they close the curtains when it's time to go. Looks like they have a zombies, a pirates, and a forbidden mine train ride in the Xanadu 7 theater. Ooh, over here we have a coconut climb, but it looks closed right now. So for the coconut climb, what you would do is you climb up this thing that looks like a palm tree. Well, it's meant to look like a palm tree. And you reach the top and get one of the coconuts. Although there aren't any coconuts on this one, but it's basically like a rock climbing course, but built to look like a palm tree that you climb. They have one of these spinny rides. I'm not sure what it's called, but we saw one of these when we were in Shanghai at the Zhangjiang Park, Action Park. And I don't think you'd ever find me on one of these. Maybe try it once in the future, but it basically just spins you, keeps spinning you like this, and that doesn't seem too fun. The coconut tree is being opened. And here's another view of the golf course. You have like a downed plane over there. That's kind of cool. Yeah, this does seem like a fun golf course. This would be worth it, I think. Here's another view of the ropes course. This section right here is kind of cool. This is like a walk the plank. You go over here and it sort of leans forward a little bit. But yeah, it's just over the Dole Whip truck. It's kind of fun. So it looks like they actually have a little train that goes through the park. There's no train tracks at all, but looks like it slowly goes through the park. So they have two other rides here. This is a submarine. And then they have this one called Tilt-A-Whirl, but it's all shaped like sundaes. So that looks kind of cool. It doesn't look like there's anybody in line for it though. But look at these, it's shaped like sundaes. Or ice cream scoops, I'm not sure which. I'm not sure what kind of game this is, but it kind of looks fun. These ducks like go in a circle here in the water, and I think you have to pick them up with like a fishing rod or something. Whatever it is, looks fun. Oh, the train's coming back. Don't run me over, train. You can see the coaster up there. Here it goes. Looks like they have some random like little arcade machines outside as well. There's still hardly a line for the Giant Dipper, Probably because it does cost $7 a ride unless you get the day pass. So one thing I want to point out is the parking lot here gets very, 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 very full. So if you're here on a weekend, get here very early or park a little ways away because parking is very full, very full. And the spots are kind of a little bit tiny. So get here on a weekend very early, or on a weekday, you know, you can come here, it's probably less full.
Welcome to the Giant Dipper at Belmont Park. For your safety, please keep all body parts inside the train at all times. Please secure all loose articles and
So it does look like they decorate their trash cans with a whole bunch of different colors. So that's actually really cool. We keep adding to our trash can collection. I love, you know, Crystal and I love taking pictures of trash cans, you know, that are differently decorated. So near the street, you can actually see all these different like electric mopeds, it looks like, that you can rent, or the little scooters over there in the back. But here's another view of the coaster. Oh, you can see both the submarine and the ice cream ride running right now. So the submarine just goes up and down, and the ice cream ride twirls you around. So if you're wondering where Escapology is, it's to the left of the Giant Dipper. And I really like the way it looks. I love steampunk, so I love that, you know, this is decorated with a steampunk aesthetic to it. I love this guy here. Try to escape, and I love the way he looks. It's just like, ah. So that's it for me today at Belmont Park. We did the Giant Dipper, we did the rope climb. Both were fun. Definitely a fun park to come out to once to do the Giant Dipper. It is a fun coaster. The rope climb was okay. I would maybe do it again in a few years. But yeah, Giant Dipper, fun. Belmont Park, fun. It's right next to the beach, so if you're here looking to go to the beach, stop by for a quick coaster or two, and then you can head to the beach. But yeah, we'll see you next time.